I know a lot of you guys are excited to get into nutrition. Well, we're starting that. We've gone over hip anatomy, 40 muscles around the hip. Check out the prior videos. We're not going to talk about that today. We're getting into the complex equation of nutrition and diets and what's good and what's not good. And it's convoluted. And I'll be the first to tell you, my viewpoints are a little different than the average person you may talk to when it comes to nutrition. But let it be noted, I'm not a dietitian. I do not have a background in nutrition. I'm a nutritionist according to California laws, which you just need a class to do. I taught this stuff for a long time, and it's in my capacity to get you to think. By no means am I going to tell you to eat a certain amount at a certain time throughout the day. If someone has a metabolic disease, such as a thyroid problem or diabetes, hands are off. You need to stay in your lane. As a trainer, we can learn a lot about the macronutrients, even the micronutrients, about the different diets and suggestions. But when it comes to micronutrient suggestions or deficiencies, we're far out. Now you've got to take a positive approach with that. So instead of trying to become the best nutritionist, why not partner up with someone who has very similar viewpoints as you? That's going to give you a stream of potential clients. So wherever you live, my challenge for you this week, reach out to 10 RDs, holistic nutritionists, whether it be Eastern or Western, whatever, reach out to them and interview them. I would love to have a cup of coffee, you buy, and pick their brain about their philosophies. Take them through a workout, show their value in your training, and then network up. And so let's dive into this stuff. And it's going to be a headache, but exciting. A headache, exciting. What's going on? Well, that's nutrition for you. So carbs are bad. We've got to start off with that. Also, I want to tell you guys that fat is bad. Protein is also bad, and you got to have alkaline water. But GMOs, be careful of those. Organic, you have to do that. But the way to go is vegan. Actually, no, it's not. It's keto. Well, let's think about it. Maybe fasting would be better. Sugar, don't eat it. You go to hell. Chips, don't have them. You get fat. Fruit is bad, especially apples, because the seeds, they can kill you. Bananas, have you heard about the 7-pound banana? It's terrible. Don't eat bananas. Breads, don't eat them. Cholesterol, you eat it, you die. Gluten, oh my gosh, you have anything with gluten, you will die automatically. Alcohol, this is the one thing on here. I'm going to take a second to circle, because we got to talk about this. Alcohol is amazing. Don't trust anyone who doesn't drink it. I'm just joking. If you have a problem with substance abuse and you can't handle your alcohol, don't drink alcohol. Alcohol is a macronutrient. 1 gram yields 7 calories. I love alcohol. I drink alcohol pretty much every day. I'm not morbidly obese. My inflammatory markers, according to my blood lipid panel, my blood chemistry, perfectly fine. I'm not encouraging you to drink, but we're going to think about this. Chemicals, don't have anything with chemicals. You will die. Hormone-free is what you need to get. Milk is bad. You will go to hell. Eggs, never eat eggs. Red meat, terrible for you. High fructose corn syrup, you have that, your leg falls off. Omega-3s, we need so much of them all the time. This was my favorite. I had a student tell me that they heard from a trainer that anything white is bad. So now we're getting racist on nutrition. You can't have anything that's white. Pasta, never. Never, 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 never. But then again, look at France, and they're not morbidly obese like us. Interesting. Cheat meals, that's what we got to have. All right? So, what is the problem with the American society? It's this. We are confused as hell. What is right? You could imagine the following scenario, and I'm going to get a little vulgar coming from a male perspective, so if you need to put your earmuffs on, earmuff me or fast forward maybe 3 minutes, but imagine a high school kid, young little Chris, and he's curious about this thing that everyone's talking about, sex. What is sex? Oh my God, what is this? It's so magical, but I've never experienced it, so I'm going to go talk to someone. And I go talk to person A, and person A says, sex is amazing, but listen, Chris, you cannot have sex in the morning. If you do, your penis will fall off, okay? So just remember that. Afternoon, you're good to go. I'm like, all right, okay. Good to know. Sex is amazing. Don't have sex in the morning. All right. Person B, let's talk to you. What do you think about sex? Sex is amazing. It's really, really fun. You're going to love it. Rule number 1, you cannot have sex in the morning. In the afternoon, if you have sex, you will also die. You only can have sex on Wednesdays. Okay, so not in the mornings, not on Wednesdays. All right, next person. Next person says, never have sex. You can't have sex. If you have sex, you will die. Your penis will fall off. Never ever have sex. You have to wait until you get married. I'm keeping it PC. Imagine how confused you will be. Okay, so what the hell? I keep on asking, I get different opinions. This is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to do. The number one thing when it comes to, it's a hard pen to read, I apologize. You're not going to be able to see it. But maybe you can, maybe you can't. It's education. The answer to our nutrition questions lies in education. All right, now, if we go back to that chart that I had, we're going to address all these misconceptions. I know you are confused. I know you've been told so many things. At least with the gym, there's consistencies, right? Where push-ups are good for you. For the most part, we'll agree. But not in the nutrition world. So think of your poor clients. You have zealots over here. You have zealots over here. They're professionals, a doctor, an MD. And they wrote this book on the white devil. Pure, white, and evil. That's what it was about. Sugar. Grain brain. Don't have grains, you die. Don't have sugar, Perlmutter. You have Dr. Fung and his thing about the obesity code, body type. There's so much information, but what is right? So with nutrition, I take the opposite approach. Now this is what I'm going to challenge you to do. I'm not saying nutrition isn't important, because it is. But I challenge what people say when they say, because I'm that person that believes, I don't think abs are made in the kitchen. Oh my God. I work with some top-end athletes at the University of Connecticut and athletes in general that are in the pros, and they ate like shit. They had terrible breakfast and they had pizza all the time and 5, 10 Red Bulls. They did not eat healthy, but they would get their blood markers checked and they were perfectly fine. And they were in the top shape, way better shape than me. I know it's impossible, right? So how was that possible? They had abs, but they didn't make them in the kitchen. They made them with hard work. I'm a big believer that you can outlift a bad diet. Oh my gosh, probably lost half you right there, right? But let me tell you why, and we're going to educate you, and we're going to teach you about the body mass equation. That's something we developed here. And I've never met a single person which they broke the rules to the body mass equation. So this is factoring in the most important thing that we need to understand, that the law of thermodynamics, and that's going to be your vocab word of the day. Where are we? Law of thermodynamics. Thermodynamics. What is this? Well, first off, it's a law. It means this is like, you can't just turn your head to it. The law of thermodynamics states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Let me help you understand this. So today I came in from LA, parked my car at the gas station in La Jolla, put the pump in there, put the little flicker thinger guy, that's the technical name. Then I went into the store and got some protein, shakes and bars, some gum too. When I came out, it stopped. That's cool. It's like a little governor on there, so it knows exactly when your car is full. The beauty of machines, they're smarter than us, because guess what? You don't have that flicker. Our clients definitely do not have that flicker. We're watching TV. It's not like you have your 11th chip and then all of a sudden, shit, I can't have any more. My flicker's full. No. The law of thermodynamics states that if you put energy into the system, it needs to be stored or used. So if you're not out there using that energy, the body is going to store it. And for the most part, we're going to store it as fat. We can store it in the muscle as stored glucose, stored as glycogen. We'll get into that stuff later on. But the law of thermodynamics is really important. That's the first thing that we need to focus on. Energy can neither be created nor stored. Number one, I'll put this number one, I'll put this number two. Number two, this is going to get some of your panties and jock straps into a bundle, but number two is quantity. Number three, quality. And this is where you're going to get frustrated. You're going to go out there and say, this guy from Show Up Fitness and said quality doesn't matter. Never said that. But there's a hierarchy. And as a nation, we're predicted in the end of 2019, which was a couple of weeks ago, they are predicting by 2030 we're going to be over 80% overweight to obese. Well, the body mass index sucks and blah, 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 blah. Body mass index, for the most part, is pretty accurate. Walk down the street. Do you see a bunch of ripped people like you see on Instagram? No, that's why Instagram is toxic. You're floating around through there. You're looking at people you don't see in real life. You don't see in shape Americans. We're out of shape. We have excess adiposities. Dudes, we have something called android obesity. Girls, gynoid obesity. The pear, the apple. Android. Gynoid. Quantity is the first thing that we need to address. After that, we need to look at quality. So you got to imagine it from the mechanic's perspective. That's me. I'm the mechanic. And we have a truck on blocks. No tires, no engine, and it's just steel color. So quality, when it comes to quality of nutrition, those individuals are saying, we got to focus on the color of the car. What? Why would we focus on? We got to get the car moving. It's not even off the block. We need tires and we need an engine. That's the most important thing. The color, sure, it's important, but it's not the important thing. So this is where we get in the argument, and people are going to say, well, it's not about calories, it's about hormones. And this is when people get real freaked out. Hormones are part of the equation. But you can't study a group of type 2 diabetics and then project that on the nation who's not diabetic. For example, if I were to look at 25 people who eat peanuts and they have an adverse reaction to it because they have an allergy, I can't say United States never ever eat peanuts. That's not a very thorough study. That sucks. So we got to look at the big picture. And it's calories in, calories out. And this is the introduction for you guys. My pen's going out, I'm sorry. Body mass equation. The fun thing about being an instructor and a teacher, I get a lot of great ideas from my students. And we were going over all this. We formulated it. And it starts with calories in and calories out. Can't argue that. But there's a lot more to it. And we're going to take a look at what those other factors are. So we want to blame obesity on carbohydrates. And when we get into the macro breakdown, first we're going to look at digestion. But when we get into carbs, fats, and protein, we eat more carbs. So if you bump down the carbs, you're eating less. You will lose weight. Most diets are going to put you into a deficit. If you are in a deficit, you will lose weight. So this is when you get the person over here raising your hand. Well, I was eating 1,200 calories and I didn't lose weight. Starvation mode. No. Did you track your calories? Did you weigh out everything? We underreport how much we consume by 50%. Here's another fun one. We overestimate how hard we exercise. We overestimate how hard we exercise by 50%. So what that means when it comes to calories in and calories out, we report that we don't eat that much. And there's a really cool study. I'm going to put it into the link up here with the words, the best article. And we're going to review this again because it's just fabulous in 2019 about metabolism. You do not have a slow metabolism. Sorry. It's an excuse. It's something you can label yourself to make you feel better. So you don't know how much you're consuming. And when you do exercise, you overestimate how much you're doing. I went for a walk today. I burned 300 calories, so I'm going to go eat 500. And your 500 was probably close to 800. Do it yourself. Have fun. That's the great thing about social media. We can do little social experiments. So get a bag of chips or buy a bag of Doritos. Cool Ranch, that's my favorite. Take out a handful, just count out 25 of them. Look at the serving, put them on a plate, take a picture, and post it. How many calories do you think this is? A, B, C, and D. People have no freaking clue. 100, 700, 200, 400. We don't have an idea, so we just eat mindlessly. We're at home, we surround ourselves with bad influences. So there's a lot of other factors. One, we're just ignorant with calories going into our body, but it's not this simple. So we also need to take a look into, where are we? Right here. I got my computer over here, so I'm teaching from this way instead of over there. So we got to take a look at hydration. Hydration is really important because if you are dehydrated, guess what's all jacked up? Your hormones. And a lot of times when we're dehydrated, we misconstrue that as hunger. So then we go eat something salty, we wash it down with a beer or a soda, we're not getting sufficient amount of water. Did you know that your muscle is 70% water? The body is over 60% water. If we're dehydrated, you're not going to be functionally optimal. You're not going to be functioning optimally. Hydration is really, really important. Sleep. When you're dehydrated, I talked about that. When you lack sleep, cortisol levels are all jacked up. Through the roof throughout the day, but generally they're going to be low in the morning. So if your cortisol is low in the morning when it should be high, you're dragging ass. So what do? Pump down a bunch of caffeine. Caffeine is a stimulant. It's also going to trigger your adrenal glands, which are on top of your kidneys, to release more cortisol. Nothing wrong with cortisol. But if you're a jacked up individual who's not sleeping enough and you stress a lot and you drink a bunch and you hate your life and your job and everything that's going on, you're stressed out because of traffic, oh my God! You're constantly elevated, so when you get to bed, cortisol is high. So when you go to sleep, it's hard to go to sleep, it's hard to get into deep sleep to restore everything. Hydration, sleep, really important. Positive mindset. Now this is an important one. You could have 10 different people do 10 different diets, or the same person do 10 different diets. And what they're going to find is there's going to come a point with one of these diets where something just clicks in them. Let me tell you a story about my buddy, Chad Waterbury, one of the top physical therapists, strength coaches in the nation. And he got interviewed to work with a top celebrity. And let's just call that celebrity Spider-Man. And Spider-Man has kind of been known for being maybe not the nicest person. So he was going on tour, and he was with one of his tour people. I don't know the industry, how it works, but he's with one of his tour celebrity people, and it was one of the elderly people on this movie. And it was a nationwide hit, and they were going around, and he was just in a pissy mood. This is terrible. I hate it. And really, really negative. So the grandma on the show, on the movie, told Spidey, "We are the luckiest people in the world. We are so fortunate to be doing what we're doing. We love it, but people love it, and we make a great living." And Spidey was like, "Serious? Like, this is terrible." And she's like, "You don't understand. We are the most fortunate people on this planet." And he said something just clicked in his brain. He's like, "Holy crap, I'm being an ungrateful dick right now. I need to be more grateful." So his mindset just switched. And at that moment, your clients will come across that as well. Let's look at the person who did 10 different diets. Keto didn't work, so keto now sucks. Vegan didn't work, so vegan now sucks. Very low carb didn't work, that now sucks. Mediterranean didn't work, that now sucks. Boom! It clicked. What was it? Girlfriend broke up with you, boyfriend broke up with you, your dad died, family member, lost your job. Something motivated you to show up. So you made that decision. Your mindset is now switched and you are going to succeed. You're going to win. So what is the next diet that you choose? The plant-based diet, the carnivore diet, the intermittent fasting, whatever it is, that next one you choose, it will work. Not because of the principles within the diet. It's because your mindset changed. And that's what people don't understand is you have thousands of people doing this and then they highlight the diet. This worked for the Kardashians. This worked for this celebrity. This worked for him. Did you see Zac Efron get jacked for Baywatch? He didn't eat carbs, but he ate a lot of fruits and vegetables and salads. Yeah, it tells you they're educated. So the positive mindset is so important. And that's what you have an impact on. To teach people, I could care less what diet you do. I could care less. I want you to be successful long term. And statistically speaking, if you eliminate something, I hate it when people, dry January. Oh God. I always say, buddy, it's time to pick it up because we got a lot of quitters in January, so we got to pick up the slack. That's where your liver is, FYI. People that give up something long term are not going to be successful. And ask yourself, how many diets have you tried where you eliminated something that you truly loved? And there came a point when you broke and you binged and you ate as much of it as you could. So we got the lower portion. So calories in, calories out. We're going to look at this on the bottom. Hydration, positive mindset, sleep. These are things that are really, really important. Now we have genetics. It's part of the equation. If you don't like that, write a hate letter to mom and dad. You guys are assholes. You gave me terrible genetics. Get over it. That's life. Environmental factors. Why do so many people on the Biggest Loser show lose a shit ton of weight? One, they're working out about 6 to 8 hours a day. Yeah, you probably didn't know that. They're doing an hour on filming with Jillian or whoever the new Biggest Loser trainer is. And then off the set, they're walking an hour. They're doing swim for an hour. They're doing yoga for an hour. They're moving so much. And inside the, it has a name, I forget. I can't think of it right now. It's the compound, there's no cheat foods. If you sneak out into the pantry late at night, what do you got? Bell pepper. Whoopee! It's impossible to overindulge. So you put your output way up here and put your calories just right at the bottom. And you have a medical staff supervising it. You're going to get crazy success. But what happens when you go home and you lost 200 pounds? All of your family members and friends are there. They go, hey, great job, Susan, Bart, Brett. Here's a cake. And you go, I don't really want a cake. Come on, it's your mom's favorite cake. Eat it. Don't you love your mom? You're like, okay. Oh, shit, that cake is good. You have the whole slice. All right? But remember, on the show, they said you can't do that, so you have a slice. Remember, you're doing all that output, and your input was in here. So now what happens is the output starts coming down. And your input slowly starts coming up because the next night your hubby, your wife, they love you so much they make your favorite dish. Food is love. It's not going to be a salmon salad. It's going to be some badass lasagna or burrito or some cool shit that you love. And you're like, oh, I'm just going to have a bite. Oh shit, that's really good. I'm going to have the whole thing. But I'm not going to have the cake afterwards. I'm just going to have a little bit because you like the way you look. But you don't exercise as much. And then everyone around you starts giving you that look. I've had over 6 couples, or a male or female in my class, gone through divorces why they took our internship. It's because the people at home got pissed off. Their mindset sucked and they thought they were doing it because they're cheating. They were playing the victim card trying to bring them down. Environmental factors are huge. Let's go back to that mindset, that person who wants to make the change. They go, you know what? I'm going to stick to this diet. I'm not going to do wine Wednesdays with the group of sorority or fraternity dudes. So they stay home. They eliminate any temptation. So normally they would go have 2 bottles of wine, a couple shots, black out, have terrible food, and have regrets the next day. Now they take that out of the equation. Environmental factors are huge. They're game changers. Metabolic disease, MD. I love it when people come in and they tell me that they have a thyroid problem. Asshole. No, because I'm not going to be working with you. Refer out. An RD, a doctor, they're going to be working with you if you truly have a thyroid problem. What we do is we type in, I can't lose weight. Why? First thing that fits your search, that's what you're going to go to. Reasons why you may not be losing weight. A, B, C, D, E, F, J, metabolic disease. That's me. I got a thyroid problem. That's it. Whee, I'm excited. No, your workouts suck. You do cardio all day long, and you eat way too much when no one holds you accountable. Sorry, truth hurts. People are wiping tears out. That's not fair. That's why you have excess adiposity. And if you have a thyroid or diabetes problem, refer out. You're going to be working with an RD and they're going to be taking care of you. That's about less than 2% of the population. I've trained thousands of people, maybe a handful, 10, 12 people that actually truly had a metabolic disease or condition. And I worked with the doctor and I took that as an opportunity to help the doctor get in better shape, educate him on how I train, let him know that I'm educated. I went into the office, sat with him, didn't say a word, observed. 2 ears, 2 eyes, 1 mouth, that's a nose, 1 mouth. Use it in that order. Listen, observe, ask good questions. Don't butt in and try to be the limelight of the situation. Metabolic disease, hunger, and hormones. When was the last time when your stomach growled, you went, yes, yeah, I'm hungry, burning fat, woo! Nope, doesn't work like that because our mindsets suck and we think hunger is bad. I'm like, I'm hungry, I gotta eat, oh no, no, I'm hungry, I'm lightheaded, oh my God, I'm gonna pass out. Cookies, give me cookies. Chill the hell out, relax, you're fine. I know you're not gonna like this, but grab right here, grab right there. Grab on your inner thigh, grab on the back of your arm. You have plenty of fat on your body. That's going to give you more than enough energy. You are uncomfortable. And when you're uncomfortable, we don't like it. We feel like we need to eat because we've been programmed since birth. How awesome was that? You're a little baby, wah, wah, boop, a boob goes in your mouth. I wish that happened now. It'd be so cool. Just joking. Make it politically correct. But how awesome is that? You're hungry, you cry, you get food. So you learn that. How many times, I was in the store the other day, TJ Maxx. The dad with his little terrible 2-year-old running around, the kid was throwing a shit fit. Went over there, grabbed a sucker, Daddy, no candy. Ma! Kid threw a shit fit. He's, oh, okay, you can have it. So you throw a tantrum, or you cry, you get what you want. Since a little kid, you keep on going throughout life. So you smell something, ooh, I'm hungry. No, you're just programmed to think you're hungry. Gandhi went 20 plus days with just water. Granted, he wasn't like a bodybuilder. I don't want to look like Gandhi. But it shows you the body is pretty magnificent. I love intermittent fasting. It's magical. No, it teaches you psychological strength, and we don't have it. Go a whole day without eating. You will not die. Drink water, have coffee, don't have bulletproof bullshit, just have regular coffee. You will be fine. You're going to be uncomfortable. I'm so hungry. No, you aren't. You're uncomfortable. And if you get to that point where you're about to pass out or, oh my God, I'm lightheaded, I'm fainting, have a protein shake. A protein shake, bland, water, vanilla, sucks. That's it. You're fine. Go to sleep, wake up the next day, and then go to a normal eating behavior. Don't replace that last day with all this bullshit that you want to eat. It's like we have this weird problem that we want to be that little fat kid from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. What was his name? I forget, little German kid. He ate whatever the hell he wanted to, right? Why do we have this inner fat kid in us when we want to eat all this crap? I want to have cake. I don't want to give up pie and pizza. Are you an adult or are you a kid? What do you want? Sure, pizza's good, but we're not going to have it every single meal. Once a week, 1 slice. Have at it. Are you setting PRs? Are you lifting weights properly? I doubt it. So you don't get to have a piece of pizza every night. Hunger, hormones. So your hormones can be out of whack, as I discussed earlier, when you don't sleep very well or when you drink. Alcohol. Oh, alcohol's terrible. Alcohol is a class 1 carcinogen. It causes cancer. Just because I choose to drink, it doesn't mean that you should. It's a terrible suggestion. But if you're drinking because you think it's healthy, the Rosenthal, you need to have like 40 bottles of wine. If you need a drinking partner, sign me up. Let's do it. 40 bottles is a lot for one small benefit for that day. It's impossible. So we misconstrue the studies, or we read from Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz, oh God. Dr. Oz is amazing. He's good for one thing. And what is that one thing? He's one of the best heart surgeons in the world. So if you have a family member or yourself and you have coronary artery disease and you need someone to fix you, Dr. Oz, calling Dr. Oz, fix me. Everything else, shut up. Don't tell me about when to eat or what to eat, or this is inflammatory, raspberry cake. Shut your mouth when you're talking to me. No, just keep it medical. Don't come into the nutrition realm, because that's not your expertise. You're getting paid, whatever it may be, I don't know, but you don't have the qualifications to be giving that advice. Stick to being an MD and working with pathology. Alcohol, when you drink too much and you accumulate a blood alcohol content, we make bad choices with food. How many times have you met some buddies like, dude, last night, 7 tequila shots, we totally went AWOL on broccoli when we got home. Just like broccoli and cauliflower. Oh, remember Brett? He had like the salad. No, my most, I had close to $100 in Taco Bell. Woke up the next day, a couple of my buddies like, Jesus, what the hell did we get? Oh my God, that was a terrible / fun night. Right? We don't make good decisions when we're intoxicated. Very, very poor decisions. Alcohol is a shit ton of calories. You make bad decisions. You don't sleep. So what do you do the next day? A, you drink more, which is another terrible idea, but we've probably all been there, to get rid of that terrible feeling. B, you're hungover. So what your brain tells you, it takes a pulse. It's like, holy crap, we're dehydrated. Hydration. We didn't sleep. Hormones are out of whack. Your heart rate's pounding through the roof. So it says, don't move. You are jacked up. Sit in bed, put the blanket over you, watch Netflix for 30 hours, and order a bunch of food because your body needs fuel. What you need to do, get your ass up and walk for an hour. Go to the gym, go in the steam room, sweat it out. Drink water, work out, lift weights. Don't set a PR, you're gonna hurt yourself. Go do a set of 5 sets of squats, 5 sets of pull-ups, 5 sets of push-ups, some curls, some abductions, whatever, 5, 6, 7 exercises. Go walk for a half hour, steam room. That's what we should be doing, but we don't. So alcohol jacks up a lot of our clients. The last big one is stress. So you factor in all these things. It's unfortunate, and notice how at no point did I ever see something's really bad for you, besides alcohol, but I say it's good, whatever. But I'm not saying carbs are bad, fat is bad, protein is bad. No, I'm educating you on the big things. So we have a binge factor when we eliminate or when these are going against us. And you can see this in the slides. But what the answer is, what we need, as I said earlier, it's education. And you should never, ever feel bad about eating anything. And if you walk by an aisle or if you're at a restaurant and you see something that says GF, gluten-free, you should never feel obligated to get that because you think it's better. Or are you going to have the organic or non-organic? I always want the hormones. I always want non-organic. I want the GMOs. I want that stuff. Why? Remember the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Those dudes were jacked and they were badass. They were getting that stuff. That's what I want. I love screwing with people. You say, oh my God, you cannot tell me that something is better. Organic is better. You shouldn't have sugar. No, what we need to do is look at the organism. And if you're overweight, excess adiposity, high stress levels, and a lack of sleep, that's why we are screwed up today. When you have excess fat, your body is inflamed. And when you lose weight, everything kind of clears up. We do not know for a fact it's because of this, that, or this. It's like, imagine having a burger with ranch dressing and French fries and a soda, all this stuff around it. We cannot say it's that one little thing. Got a little ambulance going by, apologize. It's the behavior, it's the habits around everything. So this is an introduction into nutrition, and it's to help you start thinking bigger. I'm never going to tell you this is right or wrong, and whatever your choice is, I'm 100% your biggest fan. If you're a vegan, I love you. If you are a grain-free person, my best friend. If you're a carnivore, chest bump, I love you, you're great. It's not about what's right or wrong, it's what fits best for you. And that's what we need to do with our clients, is find the best solution for them and not cloud their mind or their thoughts with, this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't. You gotta eliminate this and eliminate that and do this and don't do that. Educate. Since what does this slide say? 1972, I believe, we've increased how much we've ate by 425 calories. We've decreased our output by 250. That's roughly 700 calories. If you consume 700 calories extra a day in bananas, in Pop-Tarts, in cauliflower, in soda, whatever, you're going to be in a surplus. The law of thermodynamics states this is going to be stored, and it's going to be stored as fat. And where you're going to store it depends on your genetics. Girls, generally, it's going to be around here. Guys, generally, it's going to be here. The excess adiposity around the gut is way worse. That is referred to as brain fart. Why can't I think of it? You have subcutaneous fat and visceral fat. Visceral fat's the nasty stuff. Excess calories are what are giving all of the diseases in the top 10 where people are dying. It's because of the excess calories. It's not because of a macro or a specific micro or because of that or organic. Erase that for now, okay? And it's going to be tough because you're going to have a lot of emotion. You may not agree with it, and that's okay. Some books I suggest for you to read. Cognitive Behavior Therapy, The Beck Solution. And this is really powerful because it teaches people how to approach food. It's not right or wrong, but this is what we should really be doing. Here is a cupcake. We all love cupcakes. Or do you like donuts more? People seem to like donuts more. All right, so it's a donut. Walk by. Here's a donut. I need to stop. And I look at this donut, and my brain initially goes, donuts, yummy, eat. But I'm not going to eat it. I'm going to reflect. Do I want that donut? Yes, I do. I can have that donut. Nothing wrong with it, Chris. You can have it. But let's fast forward a little bit. How am I going to feel after I have that donut? Probably not that great. I'm not going to work out today, so my calories are going to be a little lower, and it's going to put me kind of in a bind because that donut is about 500 calories. So it's going to taste good, A, but B, I'm not going to feel good afterwards. So I'm going to make a decision not to have that donut, and I'm going to walk away. That's what we should be doing. Here's real life scenario. Ooh, donut, yummy. Ooh, another one. Oh my God, a soda. There we go. Boom, we just eat, sabotage. And because we feel like so much shit that day, we do it again tomorrow. And then the next day. And the next day, it's like, wow, we are fucked up. If you think about it, in perspective, it's you're driving on the freeway, boom, boom, bum, 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 country song on, rolling down, and then boom, 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 boom. Oh, shit. I popped the tire. Pull over. You go out and look at your car, and you go, oh crap, I just popped the tire. I got a solution for it. You go back in your car, and you get a knife, and you go to the other tire, and you go, boom, screw you. Oh, let's go to the back tire. Boom, pop that one too, asshole. Other one, boom, pop that tire. Oh, screw the whole entire car up, right? Pop all the tires. Really? So one donut leads into 12. It's a psychological problem. It's not that sugar's addicting. It's not addicting. There's plenty of studies that show it heightens great stuff in the brain. And so that's why this is so important. There's a great video on YouTube from Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he talks about, in his experience, he uses a quote, he uses a statistic, I'm sure it's wrong. But I ask you first, currently, in the past, family members, friends, coworkers, what percentage of you guys truly love your job? Think about that for a second. Would you say it's less than 50%, more than 50%? Arnold says 80% of people hate their job. So if you hate your job, there's 168 hours in the week. Almost like 40% of your week is doing something you hate. Your mindset sucks. So when you eat food, your environmental factors or whatever, you isolate, it makes you feel better. Throw on top of that, you don't love the way you look, you don't go out, you don't exercise, your confidence is low. It's the one thing you feel great about is eating. It makes you feel better. You get a little bit of dopamine release. And so then our brain chemistry wants that because you feel good, because the rest of your week, you hate your life. So we gotta flip that around and just educate people. We gotta be passionate about life every single day. You should be happy because you're alive. We're 6 feet above the ground. We're like 1 out of a billion, quadrillion chances of being alive. That little spermie when mommy and daddy got excited one night from drinking too much, when it went up there and did all this weird stuff, that's magical. You are a miracle. You should be thankful that you're here, and every day you want to just do better than you did yesterday. So nutrition, how do we talk about mom and dad, weird stuff, right? Nutrition is fascinating, but it's a behavioral approach that we need to take. Food Bullying is another really, really great book, Food Bullying. And this is written by a farmer and a toxicologist, and that's their expertise, to teach you guys about the chemicals that people are freaking you out about. So when we go to the store, I mean, think about this. Why are we so fucked up? It's because the people that go to Walmart think that they're inferior and the food that they're getting isn't as good as the hoity-toity people who go to Whole Foods. You spend $13 on an apple, I think that's idiotic. For the person at Wally World, they're spending 99 cents. Bingo, you won. But no, they think it's the opposite. These people feel inferior. I just had a $28 smoothie cleanse. I'm better than the world. Let me just walk around with my little dog. No, you just got suckered into buying something that your body can do by itself. So we have all these things that society says is better, but society is not the expert when it comes to nutrition. Registered dietitians are, PhDs like Lane Norton, professors. Those are the individuals in that area, that arena. Not a doctor with 100,000 followers. Screw you. Don't tell me keto's better. Keto's an option, it's not the option. Hopefully you guys like this. I'm excited to get into the breakdown. We're going to get into digestion here soon. Body mass equation, raw thermodynamics, android obesity, gynoid obesity, and I'm going to shoot you over the article on the metabolism.